Hi.
Awkward.
Welcome to the table.
Thank you very much.
Now it's less awkward.
There you go.
And I like your hat.
Thanks, I like your hat. Same to you. All right, so what are we talking about? There's a lot of recorders. I'm on a show?
You tell me, are you on a show?
Last time I checked, yes, I am on a show. They just played in there for the first time. It was great. Thank you very much. It was very, very exciting. I sat with the audience to watch it, and I liked all the cheering. And
was it your first time seeing it?
no, I have seen it once before, but only once. So it was better than I remembered. It was even better than I remembered. So I'm very happy.
Pat yourself on the back.
Were you a fan of the supernatural genre at all growing up, or any other shows before being cast in this film?
I was obsessed in my youth with The Craft. That movie, The Craft. I was obsessed with it. And I was for a while. I never got into, practicing Wiccanism or any of that stuff, but I certainly had a deep fascination in it. It's a little bit different than kind of what the show is at this point. In the show now, we sort of have innate abilities, these powers. We can move things with our mind. We can control the elements, but I'm really hoping we get to do more kind of bell, book, and candle type of spells and with herbs and the earth and all that. And of course, it's really exciting for us as actors because in witchcraft, the age-old rule is you've got the light and the dark, two options. And it doesn't come down to the magic being light or dark. It's the heart of the witch, right? So it depends as we go along, and our powers intensify who's going to slip to which side, which gives us a lot of places to go.
I had a question for you. I don't know if you've read the books, but Adam's a little bit different in the books than he is in the show.
That's what I understand from Kevin, which is why we decided not to read the books.
Okay.
He's read the books, obviously, but I came to him. I said I hadn't read the books, obviously, when I got the job, and I said, how legitimately sort of carbon copy are you with knowing where you need this show to go to function as a TV show, not just a recount of the books? Do you want me to kind of keep doing what I came up with just from the script, or do you want me to really get into that? And we sort of decided that for our universe to kind of, at this point at least, to go in our own kind of direction. So I don't even know what the difference is. You want to tell me?
Yeah. Well, he's tall, he
attractive
has
and sexier,
and his red-looking hair with gray eyes. It's very different. And the way he interacts with Cassie is a little bit different because,
but you're awesome. So, we'll
so
take
basically,
you.
you're saying you're not the character at all. I don't know why you're sitting at this
But you're
table.
perfect.
Go away. It's supposed to be Rupert Grint. All right. No.
I'm a Terminator fan.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Now we're back.
So I was like, oh yeah, get him back on TV.
That's right. It's my first foray back into television since the show. So,
Yeah.
Vampires were sort of a thing for a while, and then you had zombies. Now you have your show launching. You also have witches taking on a major role in True Blood.
You've got Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
But explain I guess for you what the popularity is of witches as characters, why they're so constant in our pop culture.
Well, I think all those things, like we said, vampires, wolves, witches, they're all just sort of the dark side of fantasy, right? And often, if you think about it, all those things are appealing, especially witches, because it's just, I think, the appeal to have power, more power than we naturally have. And I especially think for young people, it's really appealing. I mean, like I said, that's why I love that movie so much growing up. I love this idea that you could conjure up something within yourself and the world around you that no one else could. So I think it's a feeling of identity and power for young people. I think that's why it keeps going. And I just think witches are very sexy. They're appealing. I said to Kevin when we started, I said, I think witchcraft is just as much as vampires. It's a very sexual thing. It's a very sensual thing. So we'll see where that goes.
Is that the signal for one last question? Oh no, that signal left. Yeah. More questions.
Okay, I have a question. I don't remember seeing your tattoos. In the pilot?
I have long sleeves the whole time.
Oh, okay.
But in this show that we're shooting right now, we just cover them. Okay. So it's thick makeup. Yeah, you're not supposed to have tattoos in CW, but
Or facial hair for that matter.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's a good point.
I showed up to set when I got it with my usual scruff, and they were like, nope, gotta go. So,
Yeah.
People often associate, obviously, witches with females. So, what do you hope to do with the role, kind of as a man?
well, that was one of the things that I was found really exciting, because always, the roles I'm looking to do are sort of not, as unstereotypical as possible. When the films I've been doing since Terminator, and even the way I interpreted John Connor, I tried to kind of find this duality. I try to find this duality all the time. And so with this role, that was another thing. I love that he's sort of this really strong, all-American, he's not, at least at this point, he's not malicious, he's not malevolent, he doesn't have an agenda. He's a very simple, straightforward guy. He's got his girlfriend, he's got his friends, he's trying to do his thing with his coven. And that's all great on one side, but I think to play with witchcraft, you're automatically playing with nature and spirituality and much more sort of the things that we associate with women, for the most part. So it was an exciting idea to try and blend, like the scene in the woods. There's a kind of, I wanted to shift from just being that guy to there is a deeper level to him, and I don't think witches are just for women. I don't think they're one bit. I don't think werewolves should be just for men either. She-wolf. Now that let's see.
Okay, last question, then I have to wrap up.
Explain the tattoo.
This one?
Uh-huh.
It means the world spins in French, and it was something that when I was a little kid we would spend a lot of time in France, and priests said that to me. The words of wisdom, meaning you can be in a bad place one day, and a good place the next.
Yeah.
You're the companion show to Vampire Diaries. Did you take any direction personally, like looking to see what that series did right, the actors, in terms of how you'd interpret the role for the show?
I would love to say I did, but I think I'm just too stubborn. I like working with Kevin and whoever is the driving force behind this. Obviously there's going to be a lot of comparisons and where the time slot after, but I do think he's particularly very good at it. Every show has its own world, so we are going to be, everyone's kind of wondering if we're ever going to do a crossover episode type deal, and I don't think that'll happen. We're really trying to kind of assert ourselves as our own circle.
Perfect.
All right, guys, thanks very much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
You too.